Will you be my dad, just for today? A little boy, maybe 6 tops. Cheeks flushed red from the cold, jacket torn, shoes mismatched. But there was something in his eyes, a certain innocent glow, and a question. His voice was soft, but what he said hit straight through the heart. Ryan Caldwell, a sharp, high-flying investment advisor who, to the world, had it all figured out, but deep inside was a man drifting, was sitting alone at a small cafe table. And then that tiny voice pulled him out of his screen and rocked his world. Ryan looked up and stared. What did you just say? The kid was shivering. Chicago mornings had that bite. He looked at Ryan and said, "Today's dads and donuts at school, and I don't have a dad. Can you be mine, just for today, please?" The world around them didn't even blink. Traffic, hustling strangers, no one cared. But for Ryan, time stopped. Then a panicked voice cut through. "Eli!" A woman came running, scooping the child into her arms. "You can't run off like that." "I'm so sorry, sir. He must have thought." She froze. Their eyes locked, and in that silence, pain from years ago found its way back. Ryan's voice cracked. "Claire?" She let out a breathless laugh. Ryan. It was her, Claire, the one whose laughter used to light up his whole world. The one he had let go 9 years ago. Now she stood there, holding a child, with eyes that looked just a little too familiar. Claire dropped her gaze. Her voice was shaky. I never wanted this. He doesn't know anything about you." "You don't have to," but Ryan didn't look away. Not from the woman he'd never truly gotten over. Not from the little boy who had just cracked his guarded heart wide open. Ryan leaned down and asked, "Your name's Eli, huh?" The boy nodded. Ryan took in a long breath, one he might have been holding for years. "All right, just for today," he said softly. Eli remembered every moment of that day. At the Dads and Donuts school event, he walked in holding Ryan's hand, while the other kids had their dads beside them. Ryan placed a donut on his plate, laughed with him, admired every scribble on his art project, like a real dad would. Claire stood a little ways away, watching. She smiled, but her eyes held something unspoken. 9 years ago, she'd left Ryan without a word, carrying pain only she had known. But today, watching Ryan with Eli, he wasn't just the guy she once loved. He looked like a father who'd been missing something all along. That night, after Eli was asleep, Claire handed Ryan a cup of tea. They stood on the balcony, Chicago's winter breeze brushing through old memories. "You want to know why I left?" Claire asked. Ryan exhaled. "Yeah, maybe now I do." Claire's eyes welled up. "I was pregnant, Ryan. And your career was just taking off. You were so wrapped up in building your empire. I didn't want to hold you back." Ryan stayed quiet. He placed the cup down, his hands trembling a bit. "I thought you'd be mad," Claire said. "I was mad at myself," Ryan whispered. "I never knew how to hold on to love." After a long silence, Ryan asked, "Does Eli know?" Claire shook her head. "No. For him, you were just today's dad." Ryan glanced toward the bedroom where Eli slept, then turned to Claire. "Maybe it's time I become his dad for tomorrow too." The next day, Ryan promised to take Eli to the park. As they stood by the swings, Ryan saw himself in the eyes of this tiny human who now felt like part of his own world. Eli paused mid-swing and asked, "Will you still be my dad tomorrow?" Tears welled up in Ryan's eyes. He scooped Eli into his arms and whispered, "I'll be your dad every single day, even on the days you might not want me to be." Weeks later, a quiet hearing was held in court. Ryan Caldwell signed a document that read, "Legal guardian, father." But that day, he didn't just become Eli's guardian by law. He became a dad, in the truest, deepest sense of the word. And in the cold winds of Chicago, 3 hearts found warmth in each other. A woman learning to trust again, a boy who now had his dad, and a man who no longer feared love, but finally learned how to live it, one day at a time. If this story touched your heart, leave a kind comment, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more soulful stories. Because sometimes, one story can change your life.